Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! Today we will be streaming the lower bracket finals for the Blitz Masters Legends 1 tournament, followed by the grand finals for the evening. So I'm going to take you to the game because I got the room invite. Bit of house cleaning first and foremost. There is a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping happening. And of course, if you want to get rewards, you have to watch through the portal. Make sure that you are logged in, that you have accepted cookies, and that the screen stays active, because otherwise the timers will not work. I will stream for the minimum amount of time, well, like the whole time that the timers are active, which starts at 8 p.m. CET sharp and ends at 10 p.m. CET sharp. Which basically means that even if I wanted to stream longer, it will not give you any rewards for longer than that. The timers work only for 2 hours. So with that in mind, make sure to watch through the portal to get some free stuff, because free stuff is free. But I'm here, of course, for the tour battles that we're going to see. This is basically the bracket that, well, not the bracket, the matches that we have tonight. We start with Lozi versus QQ. And whoever wins that has to deal with Appa after that. Earlier tonight there was the matchup for 5th place. And that was won by Quick, which means that BPS got 6 plates in the end. So we have Quick in 5th, BPS in 6th. Then we have Belov in 4th place. And then we will know after the first matchup whether it's Lozi or QQ that will take 3rd place. And after that, we will have to wait and see who takes, basically, Grand Champion. So now we can go back to the garage. We can't go into the room just yet, because I have to wait until the room is below 3 minutes. All of a sudden, most, basically, events are suddenly gone. I kind of miss the fact that we do not have a Halloween garage, honestly. Like, we had it for the Halloween event, and now all of a sudden it's just gone, even though it's literally Halloween right now. Yeah. Oh well. Let's go into the room. Lozi, I'm sure that they will be there. But we see QQ already completely dead, together with Robert. Also, by the way, with Robert, if you haven't subscribed to him yet, definitely do so. He streams in Spanish, but the guy has the biggest heart ever and is so incredibly nice. And has a lot of passion and heart for both tours and Blitz as a whole. Same with Nino, if you haven't subbed to him yet, definitely do so. He's definitely worth a watch as well. Streams often, very pro. Has basically like pro player levels as well, which is something that I'm definitely... But yeah, now both teams are there. We have 2 minutes left. We're going to start on Castilla, which looks about like this. The reason I call it Castilla is because most of the time the games get very stalemate. This does not mean that nothing is happening. It just means that basically people are staying in one place and they're gathering information. Basically, you can tell a lot by what you see, but also by what you don't see. Like earlier today on the Apex server, around behind base B, around where this screen is at actually, there was a car on the right side of that. That car got crushed. And immediately saw all the blind fire that was to that spot. Because little things like that give away positions. Even though they can't literally see you, they can tell that someone is there based on that. So, yeah, even though Castilla has very, basically, yeah, campy things where people just stay in one position and are just waiting for the other to make a move, to make a mistake, to show themselves, etc. It is, I still call it Castilla because it leads to games that look dull, like nothing is happening, but there's so much happening behind the scenes. So I just want to, yeah, point that out. Of course, we might see some very aggressive games as well. Anything can happen in tours. But we see now QQ completely ready with an LT, 2 215Bs, only one AMX54, an E50M, a T22 medium, and a Batchat. That is a very mobile lineup. And on Lozi's side, we see another Batchat, 2 E50Ms, 2 AMX54s, a 215B, and a Chieftain. Somewhat heavier. I am really curious to see what's going to happen with the Batchats, to be honest, because they are such cheeky little monsters. But they might go for cheeky base caps. The tricky part is which base will they be going for? And here we go, into the first game of the evening. Let's have a look. I like how glowy this camo looks under the right light. It's even better on maps like Faust, it looks so glowy. And yes, I will never not look at camos. I always do. I can't help it. Let's see. I really want to follow those bad chats. Kitsune is actually heading towards the base C section, whereas all of Lozi, aside from Kitsune, is heading towards base A. On the other side, we have both Svinograd and Dace going straight up for base B. This is kind of what I had expected. Purely base cap by 2 tanks to make it as safe as possible. The E50Ms have been spotted. They need to basically head out of there as soon as they cap the base, and that's exactly what they're doing. But this gives them a nice advantage. No one is around base C yet, so we might see a cheeky C cap as well. We have Orca holding in the middle, hypnotizing, loses a little bit of HP. And now we have Dace also going for the C cap, and that will definitely lay the pressure on. They are expecting him to be in the other bush. This is exactly why he's not standing actually in a bush. Because they are all shooting there. And oh, they almost hit him there. They actually did. And now he gets hit again, and they know. He just has to keep switching positions. And they have to guess where they are. All the blind shots though, this is fantastic to see. They are such clever people on both sides, just blind shotting the heck out of that. Base A has been capped in the meantime as well, but QQ has an advantage now with bases and with points. That's going to be growing. That B cap early on, I kind of thought that might be the case, that would be coming. Orca is holding. This is basically not so much about surviving. Well, he is wanting to survive there, of course, but this is all about being there, spotting, keeping an eye on everyone crossing, because anyone that's crossing there will also be spotted by him. Such clever games. Hypnotizing now. Not quite making a move into base B. They are trying to shoot at Dace, but he's not quite where they are shooting at. Hypnotizing is spotted. They know he's there. We have Kitsune. Ventium there, making it known that base B is not up for grabs. Kitsune is just holding. And Lozi is rotating around a bit. The thing is, though, that the pressure is on. They will have to do something. We're already at 720 points for QQ. And now we have... This is why Artyom is there. He is spawning people instantly. The Batchat loses a lot of HP quite quickly. Is actually dropping down. I don't think he meant to do that. Can he still... No, he can't get back. And now we have Artyom pushing in. He doesn't really have a choice. Alpha has to be careful there. Artyom going into the buildings, making it harder for him to be the primary target for Lozi. We're at 860 points. Hypnotizing is not long for this world. Artyom won't survive this either though. But big hits into Postravleni. And he does get that kill right before he dies. 900 points. Postravleni, Alpha both go down. Base C has been stolen in the meantime. Ventium is being pushed. Is not without help though. Krim is not looking too healthy. We're already at 970 points. Punisher has to go towards base B. Has no choice. But base A in the meantime is being stolen. And that is key as well. Orca pretty much healthy. Now we have Ventium going after Punisher. Landing that very important kill and keeping the base. Securing the victory for QQ here. Together with Orca. Kitsune actually went AFK? That is a surprise. Beautiful. What a game, though. This is basically all the things that are happening at and this is exactly what I meant with Castilla. It is slow building, then all of a sudden everything is happening at once, bases are getting stolen. Orca being that healthy and going for the base made all the difference here, because they wouldn't have reached him in time, even if the base B ploy had failed. But Ventium got it through. Beautiful. What a game. This basically, games like this is why I love tournaments so much. When it's so clever. And I hate that it's impossible for both teams to win. But when it comes like that, they're just such clever games. Like also just the way that Daze was capping base C and he was hit and he had to reposition and you saw all the blind shots going into the ground. That was just chef's kiss. Beautiful. Both with the Lozi wanting to decap the base, managing it a few times, but also Daze moving around and eventually managing to cap that base. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So now we only have 30 seconds left to go before we go into the second match on Castilla. We see Daze sticking with the LT and QQ for the rest taking 2 AMX-54s, a Super Conqueror, 2 E-50Ms and Svinograd in the bad chat. They might try to do that base B cap again, but it might be very tricky there. On the other side, we see Lozi now sporting 3 AMX-54s, a Chieftain, an LT, a Batchat, and a T-22 medium. And I suspect that basically the T-22 will go to the same position that Orca was at. Because with that tank in that position, this is something that they will have been training for. To see how that works out, how it can hold and everything. Let's see. Hypnotizing. Going straight on over. And we have Daze going up the ramp there. With Svinograd potentially going to go for a cheeky C cap, but oh no, he's actually going up the hill there. Orca, Kitsune, hypnotizing. Orca gets spotted. Orca manages to not get hit for that. Svinograd has been spotted as well. No HP has been lost yet. We have Artyom and Alfar heading towards the base B area. Bat is indeed in that position. And now we have Orca there as well. No base has been capped right now. Kitsune is getting shot at. Prim has been spotted. They know where he's at though. Alpha is moving in. Artyom has also been spotted. Drops down. Crossfire lines happening. Prim shooting back at where he's getting shot from. Alpha and Kitsune both trying to shoot one another. It's just a split moment where he can shoot from. And he does land it though, Artyom. Again, no bases have been kept. Base A has been completely abandoned by QQ. And I think Lozi is sensing that and is now going for the cap. And that will put the pressure on QQ this time. Because he can just hightail it out of there as soon as he's kept the base. With Orca arriving, but not in time to decap it. Now has to be careful about the potential support behind Baby Potato. That base is not free anymore. So now we have Ventium moving in. Going up the hill. Daniel has been spotted. So has Pat. And Ventium is like, yeah, I don't like being here anymore. He's not without help though. Oof. Daniel takes a bit more of a hit. They know the Batchat is there. At the same time, on the other side, Postravleni is getting pushed by Alpha and Artyom. He is going to get hurt for that. Punisher is also arriving. Alpha losing a whole lot of HP very, very quickly. I'm pretty sure that's not how it was meant to be. Alpha dropping down. Now we have Hypnotizing almost reloaded. Alpha is not going to survive. There he goes. And we have Artyom basically in danger. There he goes. And Lozi has secured not so much victory yet. We're not quite there yet, but they have a base. They have a gun advantage. Kutsun is about to go down though. But Krim is not looking too healthy either. And of course, QQ still doesn't have a base. They're duking it out on top of the Citadel. Baby Potato losing quite a bit of HP. Actually bouncing a shot as well. Vantium dropped down. I'm not sure he meant to do that. Orca following his lead. Oh, that is clever though. They're using the rocks to not lose HP. Vantium actually loses HP as Punisher drives across the bridge and casually shoots him. It is 5v5, but now we have Hypnotizing with a full clip together with Punisher dropping down. Vantium gets taken out. Orca also gets taken out, making it 5v3. The dropping down was needed. We have Krim and Daze. Daniel now spotted. Shot into Hypnotizing. And Daze might be able to take out Punisher, but there's a lot of guns there. And he's lost quite a bit of HP. He does take out Punisher. But again. Oof, Hypnotizing takes... Did it just drop... Oh, Svinograd, of course. Yeah, he's all the way at the back. 3v3. Krim not looking too healthy. Is surviving for potentially another reload. But there he goes. Making it 3v2. Daze goes down. And now it's just Svinograd. Who Let's just ram and then I got mud. What a game though. Very well done by Loza here. Adding that early pressure. Punisher, look at the damage though. Daze as well. Like, honestly, in tours, it's not all about damage. It's a lot about where you are and being in the right position to do the right things. But in this case, Lozi got the pressure on with capping the base, but also when they pushed through B, hoping to catch a tank unawares, they lost so much HP there. And Alpha and Artyom basically stood no chance in that position. They didn't have enough support there. And that made sense, but basically Lozi's tank were stacked together so well to support their own there. Very well done. Just over a minute left to go. We're going to go to Mayan Ruins, the second map in this best of 7. It is a tricky map. We tend to see quite some action around the middle area. Sorry. As well as the base C area. Sometimes A gets capped, but that's mostly like later on. Most of the action is centered around base C with a little bit of B. And I'm really curious to see how this will go with the fast tanks that are chosen. Well, in this case, actually, no. Lozi has not picked any fast tanks. So I'm curious how that will go on its own. There we go. 22 seconds left to go. Lozi is taking no less than 5 AMX 54s and 2 215Bs. Whereas QQ is taking 3 215Bs, 2 AMX 54s, a VK 72 and a Batchat. So they will have the mobility advantage there. But will Svinograd be called out? Because that's also an issue, a possibility. So we will have to be careful to not get spotted and murdered by all those AMXs and the 215Bs. see. Postravleni starting on this side, immediately heading over towards base C. Svinograd is actually going towards the middle. I'm not sure if he's going to spot Postravleni here. Blind shots already happened. Svinograd does get spotted for it, decides to not be there. Does take a hit for that though. And then drops down and gets out of there. Base B is being kept in the meantime. Artyom and Ventium capping together. Big hit into Pat. And now they've capped base B. Ooh, they kind of hope to do more than that. Alpha is being very aggressive here. Pat no longer being spotted. Daze and Crim are spotted though, and Baby Potato and Punisher are as well. Daze has to be careful now. Decides he doesn't really want to be there anymore, as does Crim. Orca is holding Daniels all the way at the back there. And now QQ is casually capping base A to add to the pressure. And this is the thing though, this is how it's always been. There is so much riding on those bases. We have Crim and Orca holding, expecting a push from behind. Postravleni has been spotted. Svinograd and Daze are also arriving there. Crim takes a tiny hit back. Daniel has been spotted in the meantime. They do land some shots into him. And this is, look at how cheeky they are being and how they manage to get those hits in. At the same time, Lozi is pretty much surrounded. Ventium does not like being there anymore, is losing a whole lot of HP very, very quickly. Has to be very careful with where he's at. Does land another one. And of course, Alpha is there to add pressure. But Ventium now has a grand total of 47 HP. He's the preferred target for sure. Alpha is also being focused. Ventium has to be careful. Alpha's moved forwards. The focus fire is on Alpha. Alpha does not get that hit into Punisher. Ventium and Alpha are both taken out. Now we have Daze arriving. They want to get Punisher, but Daze actually hit a track shot and did not do damage, and so he goes down as well. Crim now pretty much on his own versus many, many targets. Orca's not looking too healthy either. Base B is being stolen. We have Daniel facing off against Orca. Big hit into Daniel there. Base A is now also being stolen. Crim has gone down. It is 6 versus 2. And now Svinograd is capping the base. But Lozi has the points. Lozi has the guns. Lozi has all the opportunities. And we have Artyom. Still relatively healthy, but so is Kitsune, and so is Hypnotizing. The one-shots are not near. They're keeping them out of the way. And they would need to create a whole lot of one-shots, but there we have it. We're already at 1k points and Lozi has the game. And this was QQ's game to lose, really. Because they had the advantage. And then they pushed in, rather than having Lozi push them. And Lozi made full use of that. Very well, like, absorbed by Lozi here. Only losing one tank in the process. One and a half minute left to go. The score is 2-1 for Lozi. No pressure just yet. Anything can still happen. It is a best of 7, meaning that the first team to reach 4 victories will be the one that is through to the grand finals. And for the second game on Mayan ruins. We see Losi now getting ready with potentially 5 AMX 54s, a 215B and an E50M, depending on what Danny already's up in. And on QQ's side, we see 3 AMX 54s, 3 215Bs, and potentially a Patchat, depending on what Svinograd ready's up in. Let's see. They still have 40 seconds. Svinograd readied up. They might be changing some things around. Haven't seen fires yet now. On EU, that is. It is 4 AMX 54s and 2 215Bs and an E50M. Let's see. I do love matches like this though. It is so clever. There's basically, like I said, there's matches that are won by a team, and then there are matches that are lost by a team. In this case, I do feel like the last game was lost by QQ rather than won by Losi. It was QQ's game to lose. And they have to get back from that mentally, basically. Like, when you lose a game like that, I think it gives psychologically a bigger hit. And it does feel kind of bitter. So we have now Baby Potato heading towards the base C area. And all of QQ focusing entirely on the other side. I wonder he's actually going to go to the rock there to see if anyone is there. And that might cause precious seconds. A lot of teams... Oof, Postravleni only taking 1 hit there. Svinograd heading into base A. At the same time we see Baby Potato already reacting and going towards base C. But this does mean that QQ will have a bit of a point advantage here. However slight. Then you're being careful. And now they're basically holding. They are ready for anyone trying to go for base B. Daze is pulling back. Postravleni is blind, well, no longer blind shotting because Elvar is spotted now. Baby Potato is holding the bridge, having a look to see that no one is coming in their direction. Krim is holding the spawn to make sure that they're not getting snuck up on. There are so many things that these guys are looking at. We have blind shots into that position. We have Ventium holding here to catch anyone crossing over there. They are expecting someone to be there. Krim is holding there for that same reason. Though those three are all focused on that side of the map. Baby Potato is there, pretty much doing the same thing but looking the other direction. Kitsune and Artyom are there outspotting one another. There's a bush next to the building there, which is what is getting blind shot as well. Alpha has been spotted a few times now. They know that he's there. Kitsune has to be careful not to get hit by Daze, because that could lose quite a chunk of his health. And that's exactly what happens here. Daze doesn't even get spotted for it. They know that there's someone there now, though. There is so much information being shared by what's there and what's not there. At the same time, Punish is doing the same thing. Like, if Kitsune is getting pushed, then he has a fire line to anyone that is pushing him. Daze now spotted. Gets a hit in turn from Kitsune. Same here with Svinograd. Basically, I'm just going over all the different spotting and fire lines that they've got now. Because this is also the thing. Like, he is here purely to see if anyone is coming from there. That could be from behind that bush. Hypnotizing might get spotted at some point. But that is Svinograd's purpose here. He's not necessarily there to do damage. He's there to get the information. Daze is coming his way. They kind of probably expect a push from there, or they need Svinograd elsewhere. Ventium is on the move. Taking a closer look. He might spot baby potato there, and he does. Shoots at him, but doesn't hit. But now they know where baby potato is at. Crib is still holding. Base B is now being kept. And Kitsune is there in a good position. Daniel is not spotted for it. And they kind of have to make a move. Alpha. Ooh! Amorak! Poor Alpha got Amorak. I'm not sure if I've seen an Amorak of a 215B. At the same time, Hypnotizing and Punisher are going after Days. Oh, poor Alpha there. Losi now moving in. Base C is getting stolen. But not freely. Base A is being stolen as well. We are at 920 points. That Amorak might have been an actual game changer here. Postravleni gets hurt as he crosses over. But Krim is forced out of base C and base... Oh, what a ram. Days goes down. And that's the game is for Losi. What a game though. And this is what I find interesting about the tools. Like the thing that I did with the spotting, that's the kind of thing that I want to explain when I stream these games. Because there is so much happening. And if you're not on... I'm not saying that I'm on this level. I can't play on that level. But I can analyze... Okay-ish, let's say. This was such a clever game. Like, honestly. Mwah, chef's kiss. So much going on. We are moving on to 4th Despair. And now, of course, the pressure is on QQ. They have to win the next 3 games in a row. Whereas Losi only has to win 1 more to make it to the grand finals. 4th Despair, the map where Raid pushed the grill to insane heights, quite literally. And we see lots of weird things happening. I say no, it's not actually weird, because what they're doing is building their positions on top of one another so that they can support one another. But yeah. 4th Despair, not necessarily my favorite map. I don't mind it, but I don't love it either for tours. We see Losi now ready with 3 AMX 54s, 2 E50Ms, and 2 Chieftains. Whereas QQ is taking out the Super Steel with Alpha and the VK72. Bless you. SW Swimmin'? I'm gonna go with Swimmin'. I'm probably pronouncing it all wrong. I'm sorry for that. Just said, watching these tours show me just how little I know about World of Tanks. Well, Blitz. But it is that you can learn so much from watching these players. Like, you learn to think differently when you pay attention to them. And I love that. In the meantime, QQ, by the way, taking 2 AMX 54s, a Chieftain, an E50M, 2 215Bs, and a VK72. That ammo rack, though, honestly, made such a difference. But this is what I love too. You can learn so much about it. Just like all the things of where they are, where they aren't. All the tells, basically. What they're doing to stack their tanks the way that they do to support one another. We have Orca heading towards the base C area. Might actually go straight into the base. No? Yeah, I think he is. Svinograd in the meantime cheekily trying to cap base B, but not getting away with it. Does spot Punisher though, who loses some HP in turn. Orca caps base C. Daze and Ventium and Artyom being very, very forwards here. Alpha losing a little bit of HP. This game will definitely be QQ's to lose. They are being very aggressive and it can all work out, but it is costly. Alpha has lost quite a bit of HP already. Punisher now taking a hit. And basically the biggest armament that they've... Oof, Svinograd taking a hit as well. And now we have... QQ basically has Losi surrounded. But Losi's already bled them so much. it will be up to QQ to take it home. They have the base, they have the points. But Lozi now turning around. They're shooting at everyone. The focus fire is not quite there. Crim and Alpha are almost gone. Now we have Baby Potato. Moving in for the kill. Does not quite get it. But on the next reload, Alpha will be gone and there's nothing you can do. Svinograd loses a whole lot of HP. Has to hightail it out of there. Postovlani gets hit now. Svinograd barely gets out of there. Pat goes down, but there goes Svinograd. Prim also goes down. Lozi, I think it's safe to say, might well win this game. I don't want to like 100% say it. Kitsune is duking that with Daze, but Artyom goes down. There's only 3 guns left. Kitsune does not get to take another shot. But there's just... HP wise, they're not even that far off, but there is such a gun advantage. Daze is going to get set up on... Did he actually just hit the gun? Daniel goes down, but there goes Daze as well, making it 4v2. Ventium can't really move from where he's at, but he's going to get shot from multiple sides at once. Baby Potato takes a hit, but Olga is tracked in place, goes down. And now it's just Ventium, and Lozi is through to the grand finals to face Appa. And there he goes. And I think that... I'm not sure who it was, because my brain is all over the place, but someone actually hit the gun off a corpse rather than the chieftain running off behind it. That shot was meant for someone else and it was absorbed by one of the corpses. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful games, and I feel for QQ because they've been phenomenal. Some of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in any tour were played by QQ. The way that they just made it look smooth, like during the qualifiers, I saw them and they were just... It was beautiful to watch. Like, seriously beautiful games. So even though Lozi brought it home and it made it look so easy... That's not to say that QQ isn't an absolutely epic game with a team with absolutely epic players. It didn't work out for them. Lozi was just too strong, and every little mistake that QQ made, Lozi just punished them for it. And in this case, they tried to get behind Lozi, but at the same time, Lozi was in positions where they could support one another more with crossfire. And QQ just lost too much HP too quickly. But wow, these games though. Absolutely beautiful to watch. So that is the first matchup up and over. Halloween Garage is absolutely gone. I hate that. This is the stupid thing. I'm so used to there being round robins and everything that I actually want to see like how the other teams have done, but this is the only match that's happening right now. But yeah, basically, to go back to what I said before, you can learn so much from tour games. And this is why I understand that not everyone is interested in tour games, because getting to this level is pretty much near impossible. It's like not even the top 1% of the game, it's like the top 0.01. Like phase 1 drop rate is higher than the percentage of these is lower. Yeah. These kind of players are rarer than the phase 1, let's say. That's kind of what the pun was that I was going for. But yeah, you can learn so much about what they do, why they do it. Because a lot of these things you can apply to regular games as well. I'm actually getting horse from these games. Beautiful. But wow. These games though. Bloody awesome. So let's see, in half an hour we've got Lozi versus Appa. Just making sure to check. Yes, there we go. 5 past, which is in about half an hour. Which means I have 25 minutes to show you some replays. And I got a few new ones. Morinka sent me to. Got a few more from Little Moly. And also from Lettuce, of course. Wow. Honestly, like every season, I wonder why I do this. And I wonder that because it takes a lot of energy and it causes a lot more pain in my body, which is to do with my health issues, mind you. Um, it takes a lot of time, energy, focus, and everything, and those things are pretty sparse for me. So it's always a choice that I have to think about. But then you get games like this, and I'm just like, yeah, this is exactly why. This is why I stream tours. This is why I love tours. It's fantastic. I love it. He can't even pan it with Prem. Oh my god. Is that the lack of calibrated? He has to be careful as well. Nice bounce. Nice. There we go. Just the thing is that going back to tour games, it's not always that epic. It's not always that clever, but when it is, it just makes me so happy. And it makes me just fangirl so much, honestly. Because it's so beautiful. You can't get games better than that. This is what happens when 7 players coordinate together and have proper teamwork together, on voice together, and just all make it work together. And just again, want to say commiserations to QQ as well. You still got third place, and that is something to be proud of. I understand that right now you are disappointed, but I meant what I said. The games that I saw before were some of the most beautiful I've seen in all my years of streaming tournaments. And I know I'm just me, and my word may not mean anything to you, but I hope that it does, and I hope that you take some solace from that. You still got third place in this tour, and you still delivered some really, really epic games. This is clever. Morinka is actually just reloading his third shell. Now he can potentially clip him. He should. And there he goes. Especially with high roll there. Casual 5k for Morinka so far. And I love it when tours get like this, and I enjoy it so much, and I start fangirling all over the place. This is beautiful. Oh, hello there. Nice tracking shot. At this point, we're just farming. Going for the 6k damage, potentially. He can take another shot or two. Nice. E100 pulling back. This is clever as well. Morinka is holding where he's at to make sure that the E100 doesn't actually go away, so that he can farm the damage, which makes sense. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful Kronwagen game. Lovely ace there. Oof. E4 surviving, but not managing to do any damage. But Marinka having a very pro game here. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Um, I'm kind of curious too. This game was apparently ridiculous, so I am curious. It is an uprising game, so that's always helping towards the ridiculousness. Professor A has been a moderator on both my server and my YouTube channel for a long, long time. He's a good friend, and he always helps me with my giveaways, but also with just moderation and everything. So he's kind of like my left hand, and I say that because Mutsu would count as my right hand. Let's see. Not spotting anyone. Where did the spaghetti go? Oh, hello there. Yes. As he just said, tour games are honestly the peak of Blitz gameplay. This is team-based game first and foremost, and the tours show that perfectly. That is exactly it. Nice. Has to be careful to not get shot in behind. Now he's getting bullied though. And Spaghetti is running off. Well, not quite, but he's got a Jäger behind him. Well, not a Jäger, a Jagdtiger. Which the Lewis is about to find out, probably. Nice. Where did the Jagdtiger go, though? Because he was right there. Or did I miss that? And the funniest thing is, like, when I get games like this, and I stream tours like this, I mean. Well, you moved all the way at the back there. Poof. But yeah, afterwards I feel so incredibly drained. I'm just really, really tired, which I always find funny. I will just take like an hour to decompress after games like this. Because it's always good now that after the when the tournament is over and I end the stream, I actually need to go and walk the dog, which is very helpful here. So that's basically what I do then, and it helps clear my head. I put on a nice little true crime podcast. Oh, that was Project Lewis saved him. A little bit longer. Her, I should say. Always with the misgendering, jeez. Those are some lovely powers to have, though, all three. Marinka, that was an absolutely beautiful game. Thank you for sharing that. That's going to be the end of the spaghetti. Poof. There you go. Let's see. Also, pro tip from me when you are in Uprising, if you're getting flipped, the best thing that you can do is drive forwards quickly. Usually that works better than stopping, because stopping is exactly what a flipper wants you to do. Yeah. I'm allowed to boost the ego. Oof. So, oof. Poor Scorpion. Some people deserve to have their egos boosted, honestly. I remember that when, like, you had, like, the big season. This is not really a big season. It's a weird season. But when you had, like, the big seasons and you got, like, APA versus EG in the finals, and it was just absolutely glorious. There you go. You have to be careful, because he's got a spawn right in your face now. That is doing him any favors. Oof. Oh, I love the Phantom Power. Like, I love the super speed and the reload and the Phantom Power pretty much the most. Chain Lightning is definitely helpful with killing off low HP targets. So I love that too. Inferno not so much because it's so dependent on your own HP. Did he just... He basically just murdered himself. They only have 3 lives left though. Ooh, that was good. Now he just needs to wait until he reloads. Oof. That'll do. Project Lewis is basically his best her best teammate here. Whee! I do agree that it is a ridiculous game. There's the Jagdtiger. Yeah, that would be hard to hit. Would advise against that. Oof. There you go. Didn't penetrate, still does nearly 500 damage. Jeeves does walk with me, by the way. Jeeves is our cat, Joe is the dog. Jeeves actually walks with us in the evening, which is hella cute. He just walks the whole round with us. Casual 10k damage in the Chimera there. Nice little game. Now we have about 12 minutes left before we get the room invite. Just look at that. Look at the carry. Look at the carry together, to be fair. The Project Louis just perfect. That was like the perfect accidental teammate. So let's see. I have another Morinka game that I'm going to show you. Also, I have a 9-minute game from me in Uprising, but I'm going to save that until after the matches, because there will be some time to kill then as well. Let's see. It's kind of like, I'm just thinking more about the tour games as a whole and everything. Like, with me, you can hear so much when I'm actually enthusiastic and happy about what I'm seeing and hyped up and everything. I can't fake that. And that's something that Wargaming doesn't always like about my streaming style. Like, they appreciate that I stream and all of that, not questioning that at all. Cheeky. But they like the hype factor, and I can't fake that. I can't. It feels like lying. But you can so easily tell when I'm actually impressed by a game that I'm seeing and everything, which I always found so funny. I don't like the wolf strike. I hardly ever take the wolf strike skill, to be honest, in Uprising. Not a fan of it. I only get it like if I've got points to spare anyway, and so I might as well, kind of thing. He's just casually farming here. Nothing wrong with farming, by the way. If you've got the targets, why risk it? Let's see. There's a lot of tanks back there. Oh, he's got a friend who doesn't pen. Oof, that hurt. Waffle got taken out. He's just casually farming again. But when it works, it really works. Oh, he does get him though. But then he's gotten. Let's see. Streetwagen arriving. Now he possibly has the perfect armor against the 215B. His team is just basically almost gone. So far he's casually farmed 4k damage. Nice. It's just a shame that he fixes it right before you can shoot him again. I would have been so impatient, I would have just driven into the face. To just be cheeky. There's the waffle. Waffle missed, that's important. There you go, waffle's gone. Nice little fire there. I did not see that game yet. I will take a moment to download it then. Yep. IS-4 is just like, F this. 6.6k damage. There comes the FT as well. There you go. Now it's just the IS-4, and he goes down as well. Casual 6.7k damage. You make it look so easy, Marinka. Let's see. Batchat with double shot. That is evil. I actually used double shot myself earlier today. I was not impressed. But then again, I also didn't manage to use it right. I probably shouldn't have done it. But in the end, it did win us the game though. Because I used it to corpse some tanks. But yeah, we only have time for a short one. And the short one that I know of is a certain game in boss mode in the Titan. So I'm going to go with that one next. Even though we've seen it a few times already, it doesn't matter. It's a funny game. And it's short, even though it's boss mode. So it is a good one to show. Basically, next time when I ask for replays for tours, I should ask how much, how long they are, so I can actually like rank them in time, which makes it a lot easier for me to determine what I can and can't show. Oh, my niece is turning 5. I just got a picture invitation of her looking like such a cool girl. Need to think of an epic aunt gift. But yeah, after the stream, well, not after the stream, after this, kaboof! Aw! After the tour games are over, I will still have time to kill, so I can show off your replay then and appreciate the double shot. Like, I do like Uprising though. I mostly played on the Smasher because it's fun. But that being said, I actually also really like it in the E6, which is what I'm trying to get to rank 50 now. That'll help. But yeah, I'm casually just working on getting tanks to rank 50. There's absolutely no reason to it, but the fact that I've got the tanks and I like them, and it's just like I might as well try to get them to rank 50. I've got the Yotu rank 50 recently, and before that the Carrot, of course. Oof. There we go, flying tanks everywhere. At least he's not focusing on the boss either. The boss, however, is focusing him. Now you can focus on the boss. I still don't know how you survived this, honestly. Like, no, I know how you survived it, but I still can't believe you survived it. Just casually farming all the enemy tanks. Just can't believe those shots actually went in, to be honest. This tank is so small as well, by the way. Also, it would have been so much more effective if they put the graviton on the rock on the side rather than right at you. And there he goes. So you're just casual farming here as the boss. I like how you just hit the gun there. Right. Pretty much the only place where you can't pen him. Of course, the Chaos Titan match. I can definitely take replays from pretty much anyone, and I like showing off good players. I like showing off pro players. Whee! There goes the boss. The reason that I focus on aces is because I don't want to insult people. And even if I'm polite about it, obviously it's not gonna sit right with them if I'm... See, this is much more effective. If I continuously talk about what they should have done better, I'd rather just show good things and then focus on what people can learn from it. And there we go. He actually still survives with 25 HP. Casual AK damage. Let's see. Room invite should be up in not too long. Let's have a quick look. In about a minute. There we go. Just to be clear, by the way, my niece doesn't have her birthday yet. It's like at the end of November. But I just got a invite to her birthday party. That's not what I meant to do. I just got a birthday party invite, which is epic. I can't believe she's 5 already. This is the thing, though. Like, at some point mentally, you just stop and you consider yourself X age. And at some point you realize, like, mostly by kids getting bigger, just how many years have passed, which also means, like, how many years how much older you've gotten. Like, my nephew was born in 2009, and I still remember that day about when I got like the phone call that he was born and everything. And I was 24 at the time. And that is 2009. He's turning 15 this year. And it's just like, it's not just that, it's the fact that 15 years have passed since he actually was born. That also means that I'm 15 years older and it just doesn't feel right, you know? Which is a weird thing. So is time. Like, in my head, I'm still somewhere in my 20s, even though next year I will be 40. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I have 3 nieces and 1 nephew. Nephew's the oldest one. Which was quite a thing as well, because, like, in my family, like, my father had 4 daughters, and his brother had 1 boy and 3 girls. And, like, there's been quite a few girls in my family, so a boy was rare. So when he actually, like, when it was announced that he was a boy, it was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Whereas on my ex-brother-in-law's side, there were a lot of boys. So when then afterwards, my sister gave birth to a baby girl, that was like massive celebrations on that side of the family, which is funny. Uh, but they're awesome kids, honestly. But this is the only one that lives in my country. 2 of my sisters live in Sweden. But this niece is actually in my country, so it's easier to see her. That being said, with everything going on, like with me, myself, I don't see my sister or my niece all that often. I do see them this Saturday, though, so that's gonna be fun. And of course, next month somewhere for her birthday. So we are below 3 minutes. We can go into the room for the grand finals of the day. We are starting it off on Middleburg. Middleburg looks like this. We often see some action in the hills. Crossfire is happening as teams drive to the hills, because when you're loading in, you're already reloaded, so you can actually shoot. Which means we always see traces. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss, but it is interesting to watch. And generally speaking, you can't really leave the city to its own devices either, because there are 2 bases there. So you have to make sure to leave someone there to either protect the base closest to your spawn or to cap the spawn base. So that should be interesting to watch as well. So let's see. Both teams are almost completely ready. We see APA taking 3 E50Ms, a 215B, 2 AMX54s, and an AMX50B. And on Losi's side, we see 3 AMX54s, 3 E50Ms, and potentially an LT. Thing is that with when it comes to fun modes, right now I'm just trying to get ranks, some tanks up to rank 50 for fun, but you need like 4 million XP on a tank, which is why it generally doesn't happen. But I'm slowly but surely working my tanks up to that, using some um, using some boosters and everything. But yeah, oh, there we have Pyroblast as well. Also, definitely subscribe to him as well. He's such a nice guy. Also, a very professional player. Has taken part in the qualifiers. Was absolutely epic there. Doesn't stream in a language I understand, but still worth a sub. So let's see, 10 seconds left to go before we go into the first game of the grand finals. This is a best of 9, not a best of 7. So that means that the first team to reach 5 victories will be the one that is the Grand Champion of Blitz Masters Legends 1. It's the one that does it for me, to be honest. Let's see. And Apan's also giving us some absolutely beautiful games. Yesterday, at least, that I saw. Haven't spectated them much before that. This season, that is. But previous seasons, they were also very, very strong. We have the Evos actually coming downtown. And aside from Baby Potato, we see the same thing happening at Losi. This is gonna be interesting. Punisher is going for base A. Pat got spotted. ASD in the middle there, being very forward. I'm not sure that this was what was intended. And App is like, okay, now we kind of have to. I think he understood push and took it a little bit too literally. But he didn't even get punished for it all that much. I can't believe he got away with that. Now they're moving in. Appa going for the quick brawly game, actually getting in each other's way. Go, 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 go. ASD losing more HP. They're going after Pat and hypnotizing. ASD is almost gone from this world. Is actually getting stuck against building. Something did not go right here. I can't believe that he's actually... No, Elmiri takes a shot for him. Meaning that ASD survives a little bit longer, but there he finally goes. Pat. Oh my god. Bobby Fish is losing a whole lot of HP. He's getting crushed slowly. Pat is still alive somehow. Elmiri is surviving with 23 HP. There goes Uni. There goes Bobby. Elmiri goes down as well. This... I'm not sure what this is. Kitsin arrives downtown. Object 3 surviving so far. Kitsin is arriving behind him, so Object 3 is now going to go after them. Might manage to reload in time to murder him. Gets that track shot in. Might get the kill, might not. No, denied. Gets killed by Punisher, making it 2v3. Appa might actually still get this. Playmaker. Kitsune is going up. Playmaker going straight towards base B now. C is going to get taken. Yennefer might be going to low and cap base A. And that will give them the advantage. Basically, this was one of the weirdest games ever. Playmaker did not get that shot in. Is now repositioning his tank. Kind of wants to farm Punisher there. Kitsune is running off, going after, or attempting to go after Yennefer. They don't know exactly where Kitsune is though. He might well be behind. Now they are going for him. Yennefer arriving as well. And Kitsune might take out Yennefer. This is not going as intended. Yennefer goes down, making the only playmaker and Punisher. Playmaker does get the all-important kill here, making it just Kitsune versus Playmaker. Ooh, no, that was a blind shot. That was not as intended. This was absolutely insane. Playmaker is still spotted. Kitsune has the upper hand here, even though Playmaker is not a one-shot. He has the... Oh, that shot missed! And now he knows where Kitsune is. And Kitsune is like, I don't want that. But as soon as he goes to cap base C, it means that Kitsune can cap the other bases. That was a blind shot that almost hit! Like, come on! And again, blind shot that only nearly missed. Something would definitely went wrong with ASD. Playmaker now. 850 points. Kitsune running around, not going for base B. Playmaker does get hit and takes another hit. And now they're both one-shots for one another. And Kitsune doesn't have to do anything. He just has to survive. And maybe... Can you just imagine? What a standoff. Blind shot happening. Did not hit. And now Kitsune is securing victory by going up the hill. And Playmaker basically has no chances. Kitsune has the upper hand. Unless he miraculously manages to... Oh no, blind shot that did not pen. Did not hit. He could have gone into base A. Another blind shot. No one's there. Kitsune is running off. Playmaker cannot find Kitsune, who went to the corner to stay safe. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Also, just to say, like, someone in the Sultan asked about farming credits. Basically use the fun modes for that. Try to watch the ads when you go to play so that you get some prem time and play fun modes. They're very good at grinding credits, as well as like getting off-course mastery badges and stuff. This game though, that was insane. I'm pretty sure that ASD had connection issues, or not actually connection issues, because he was fully moving. This was communication issues. This was, yes, we go push, and then he goes pushing this. Where are you guys? And it almost worked out for Appa. Almost. If Kitsune hadn't sniped Jennifer from the hills, then they would have had it. But yeah, basically for credits, drive tanks that you're good in, that you're comfortable in, because you tend to do better in those, and with that you will earn more credits. So for the second game on Middleburg, Appa is now ready with 3 E50Ms, 2 215Bs and 2 AMX54s. Where we see Lozy getting ready with 3 AMX54s, 2 E50Ms, a 215B and Kitsune just probably going to ready up in the LC again, because that certainly helped them last game. Oh my god. I can't believe that last game. And I'm laughing. Like, I get how stressful this is for the players, so I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at the situation as a whole, because no matter how you spin it, that was a ridiculous game. Like, the way that worked, and Appa almost getting away with it as well. Wow. And all the blind shots that we saw near the end, that was just quite not hitting. But if any of them had penned, that would have changed the game one way or the other. ASD being quite forwards again. Not going for the base, that seems to be Jennifer's task. He's going to the building. Shoots, does not pen it. A and B are both getting capped here. And we have Locy holding in the hills. Now going to go for base C. The E50Ms from Appa are making their way back up top. ASD taking a little bit of a hit, but not too much. And now Locy is pulling back out of town. They have base C. They know that at least Uni is there. And probably the others as well. Look at where Kitsune is at, by the way. We've seen a position before where they had, like, the STB on this side of that hill. But this is a cheeky way to basically spot people. And as long as he stays nice and quiet, they won't know he's there. Base B is not unprotected. ASD and Jennifer slowly making their way to it. Kitsune spots them. They're going for the double cap. This might be expensive for Postravleni, but he has to chance it. Takes a hit, but lands one as well. And base B has been stolen. Appa now pulling back. And now the pressure will be on Losi to make a difference. Bobby Fischer losing quite a bit of HP there. So many famous people just playing Blitz. Not going to tell you what she's famous for, of course. But whenever I see a person named Losi now pushing in, wanting to get to Bobby, whereas Pat and Postravleni are being set upon in the middle, with Postravleni definitely being the preferred target here. ASD does get tracked for it. Jennifer takes another hit. Postravleni knows his time is limited. Uni arriving to help with Pat. Pat is running off. Postravleni goes down. Baby Potato running downtown. Big hits into Almiri. And Baby Potato is going to steal the base, which they kind of need at this point. At the same time, it gives the enemy all the reasoning as to where you're at. Almiri. Oof, Pat goes down first. Uni is protecting Almiri, so he shoots Uni instead. Baby Potato is not going to get base A. Almiri goes down. Baby Potato gets blocked. Uni and Baby Potato both go down. It is 3v4. Base B is now being stolen. Hypnotizing, not looking too healthy. Might get another shot in, but he does not. 980 points. God crossing over. Trying to get to base A before it hits, but that tracking shot was very costly. And they don't reach it in time. And Appa gets the second game. And again, this ending though, it was so close. That tracking shot at the end, this is some pro shit right here. Wow. 1-1. We are moving on to Yukon, and this is looking to be an absolutely fabulous grand finals. Yukon, tricky map to play on. There are 4 bases there. Usually we see one team focusing, well, both of them focus on the base closest to them, and then either go the D side or the A side. And they will either meet or they will not, but then they will have to take action based on points. Usually we see a lot of crossfire happening. There are some tricky positions to be in, basically, where people get called out, especially around the base B area. But it is a fun map to play on, in my opinion. And it leads to some interesting games as well. And based on the games that we just saw on Middleburg, my expectations are very high. So we now have Appa ready with 3 AMX 54s, an E50M, an LT, and 2 215Bs. Whereas Losi is taking 4 AMX 54s, a Super Conqueror, a Chieftain, and potentially an LT. Which seems to be Kitsune's weapon of choice, and with good reason. 20 seconds left to go. And then we go into the third game of this best of 9. Honestly, like, when it comes to games like this is like, if this was an A, I would happily get up at 2 AM for this. This is beautiful. Let's see. So kind of curious how that will go on an A tonight, like if everyone can make it. Like, honestly, I think that if you're in the finals like this and you can win actual money, then they will make sure to be there, but still. Bobby heading towards the base D area. All of Losi is focusing on the A and B area though. But most of Appa is there as well. They're not even going for base C. Punisher has been spotted, so has Uni. So they know that there's people there. And probably with people behind them. Yennefer being quite forwards, having a look. Does not get spotted for that though. Baby Potato holding a bit more at the back to see if anyone crosses in. Punisher pre-aimed at anyone. Basically, if Yennefer were to push forwards, Punisher would punish him straight away. This is basically where it's at with when it comes to tours. They're just patiently waiting. Base C is now being taken, but Losi has the advantage. Not for long though, because we see base D also getting capped now by Bobby. And to add insult to oof, both take a hit. Going a bit more up. Pat is there, not yet spotted. Uni. Base D is no longer being capped though. Not entirely certain why. Bobby might go for it again. People are getting spotted. Yennefer is now inching his way into base A. Is spotted for it though. But might get away with it. And they get the base, and that puts the pressure on Losi here. Bobby driving through base D. They know that he's there somewhere. They just don't know where exactly. Losi is pulling back a little bit. Going out of those crossfire positions. ASD takes a hit, but so does God. Uni is probably going to land another one in before God manages to pull out of there. D is now being taken. God gets tracked. Uni has to be careful not to push in too far. Takes another hit. Appa now pushing through to the base B area, knowing that there's tanks around base D. They're not making it easy though, and points-wise it is very close together. Punisher losing quite a bit of HP there. Kitsune being bled a little bit. Now it's all about the focus fire and holding and not losing HP, because if you see, there's about 1.5k in between. Uni loses a bit more. And a bit more. Kitsune is facing off against Object 3. And he is shooting at Uni because it's more important to take the gun out than it is to survive themselves. Kitsune still alive if barely, but goes down. Uni is still alive. And now we have Uni finally going down. God not looking too healthy either though. 4 tanks here. Dealing with 2 from Appa. Yennefer goes down. Hypnotizing goes down. They need to take out ASD. They want to drive into base B. ASD goes down. Punisher about to meet Playmaker at the back. And it is so close. It is 4v3. But Pat is not looking too healthy. Is going to go down as well. And they are blocking base B. Baby Potato has the HP. But is losing a lot. Actually got set on fire there, I think. Will take out Playmaker. But Postravleni is losing a lot of HP and Baby Potato gets taken out as well. And now it's just Postravleni. And he does not kill Object. And now, there he goes. Elmiri taking him out, and the game is for Appa with 999 points. Let's see. Damage-wise, there's like 5k between the teams in damage done. Appa proving how strong they are. And this is basically like, it went well with the points. That was pretty much even Stevens. But Appa bled a lot less. And that's how they secured the victory here. Now, for the second game on Yukon, we see Appa getting ready with a Vicus. We see 3 AMX-54s, 2 215Bs, another AMX-54 and a Vicus. Whereas Losi looks to be taking 4 AMX-54s, 2 215Bs and an LT. So very alike. No, Kitsune sticks... Ooh, 2 LTs. There we go. I was just gonna say, very alike tank lineups. But one less AMX-54 for Losi and one more fast tank for them. Which on a map like this, with 4 bases, can make all the difference. The Vicus can pack a wallop though. Let's see, 20 seconds left to go before we go into the 4th game. No match point for any team just yet. But oh my god. These games are intense though. I love it. I honestly hope that you boys and girls at home are enjoying it too. The ones that are not watching just for the movement days. Let's see. Appa focusing on the base A side. Bobby shooting the air. Whereas Losi is focusing mostly on the base D side. Hypnotizing going in for the quick base C cap. And spotting. He's very careful with that because Appa is not capping base B at all. He does cap the base and then he's just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I spot 2 people. I know that there's more. And now we have a trap lying in wait for anyone that is going to go into base B. And Omiri seems to be the one doing that. Hesitating just a bit. But it doesn't seem to be... Elmiri does get spotted. And now... Yennefer. This is basically... Ooh, that was not the trap that they wanted to be. That was a reverse trap. A is getting capped. C is getting stolen. And Losi is pulling back because they have to. Because there's too many Appa tanks there. Now we have Kitsune going around the back. Uni taking a hit. Punisher in a difficult position. Uses the super speed boost to move forwards. And hopefully shoot Uni. Because that's the goal. Now we have Baby Potato being set upon. As well as Punisher. Punisher got himself stuck in a very tricky position. Inside the building. Is doing his best to get out of there. Object 3 is of course blocking him and then killing him. Hypnotizing Kitsune are both spotted. Baby Potato goes down as well. Appa showing just how strong they are. Hypnotizing manages to get out of there, but Kitsune is not going to be that lucky. Oh, no, he is actually. Bobby Fischer though takes him out. Surviving with 19 HP himself. Hypnotizing running off. Uni gets taken out. Elmiri is not looking too healthy. You don't want to ram a heavy tank there. Elmiri goes down. But there also goes Postravleni, making it 3 2 V5. Bobby Fischer is still alive. Playmaker is going after God. And we have Yennefer and Object 3 going after Hypnotizing. And he's just casually turning around. And now it's just God. And there he goes. And the game is for Appa. Appa turning things around again. And every time that Losi seems to get an advantage, that reverse trap in their spawn. Like they were there, hoping to murder Elmiri for trying to get base C. And then Appa's like, nope, we're here too. Without all four of us. And they were like, crap. Again, no match point just yet, but the pressure is slowly building. With a score of 3-1. We are going to go to Oasis Palms, where we basically have like the lovely little desert that I prefer to be in as a random player. But you can't really leave base C unattended in the desert at the same time with 2 bases downtown. You can't leave that unattended either. More often than not, a cheeky base B cap can secure victory, but it is a cheeky B cap for a reason, because all the ways that you can get decapped here. So let's see. 50 seconds left to go. Appa ready with 3 E50Ms, 2 215Bs and 2 AMX54s. And Lozi getting ready with 2 AMX54s, 2 E50Ms, 2 215Bs. And potentially the LT for Kitsune. Pretty much the same lineup, minus the LT and E50M, if this is what Kitsune sticks with. And he does. Now let's see. Countdown clock has begun. Like, I'm not playing these games. I feel the tension like in my stomach. Because these games are intense and they're clever and they're OP. Like, honestly. Like, both these teams, you've seen Losi fight with QQ. They were such clever games and so well played. And then you have Appa and it's like another level. Let's have a look. Blind shots happening. None actually penning though. Blind shots happening. None actually penning though. And again. Uni has been spotted, but so have Baby Potato and God. And now we have Losi moving into the desert. And Uni might have to be very careful not to get caught out there. But he's giving important information to his team. Takes a hit. Yennefer pushing through. And Appa seems to not be interested in playing a cap game here. ASD being very, very forwards. Along with Yennefer. Yennefer is spotted though. But seems to be wildly ignored. Big hits into Postravleni. Uni from the desert side as well. Base B is getting capped. Appa playing it aggressively. Elmiri now dropping down. Postravleni not looking too healthy. Should go down to Bobby Fischer, and he does. Now we have Punisher being pushed. ASD wants help. Punisher going into the desert. Base C has been capped in the meantime, but they've already lost a gun. Pat is not looking too healthy. God lost a whole chunk of HP there. Object 3 holding in the pretty much near TD spot. Uni. Oof, Pat has a grand total of 3 HP left. Manages to bounce that. But does go down in the end to Object 3. Bobby going after Hypnotizing. Also just want to point out that all of Appa's guns are still alive right now. Hypnotizing goes down. Uni is still alive, if barely. Uni does go down. It is not a 7-0, but Punisher and Object 3 both go down there. ASD not landing that hit. But Bobby takes out Baby Potato. And now it's just God. And Playmaker takes him out, and the game is for Appa. And now the pressure is definitely on. Also, just want to point out, look at the backgrounds that most of these players have. Kitsune definitely has as well. I believe Punisher as well. It is a beautiful background. It doesn't load because I use a mod, but it is a beautiful background. So now the score is 4-1. Potential match point now for APA on the second game on Oasis Palms. If they win the next game, then they are the grand champions of the Blitz Masters Legends 1. I really wonder how that's going to happen with Blitz Masters 2 though, because that will be mixed controls. And I wonder if that's going to make new teams arrive, or if these same OP players will just mix PC in there as well and just still do the most OP things ever. 56 seconds left to go before we go into maybe the last game. Lozi has a very tough job ahead of them if they want to beat an APA that is this strong. And we have APA ready with 3 E50Ms, 2 215Bs and 2 AMX54s. Whereas we see Lozi ready with an LT, potentially 2 AMX54s, 2 E50Ms and 2 215Bs. And it's gotta be like... not so... well, it's gotta feel bad when you know that you are this strong like Lozi and you're this far behind, because APA is APA. And it was the same with QQ and everything before. We've seen all three of these teams have absolutely phenomenal battles. And it just feels... I don't know. I hate that not everyone can win. Because they all deserve it in my opinion. But then you have an APA that is this strong. And it's just... yeah. Lozi has a very, very, very tough job ahead of them. Line shots happening again. Pretty much all of them shooting. And again. No blind shot has hit this today though. At least not with these spawn blind shot days. Uni again being quite forwards. Baby Potato there as well. Punisher all the way at the back, wanted to get a shot in. And I think Uni knows that he... ooh, he bounced that. They know now where Punisher is at. They don't know that it's him, but they can tell by the damage and from where he got shot where exactly there's an FV215B. Because these guys know that sort of stuff. We have a bit of a trap from Lozi lying near base B. Base C can't get... oh, that is cheeky. He spotted them. He spotted them. Uni getting all the important spots in here. And now the trap is ruined. Ruined. Well played that position though. Base A is getting capped. ASD is proxy spotting. Being very, very forwards. And just staying there. Keeping it real. The rest of APA now moving in. Uni losing quite a bit of HP as the Mets are going after him. But the rest of APA is wolfpacking in the city. Going after the AMX's Punisher. Losing quite a bit of HP as well. Uni is not long for this world. But Postravleni is getting hurt quite a bit there. Baby Potato is arriving. Base B is now getting stolen. Well, capped. Not even, no, they're leaving that. They're going after Baby Potato. Postravleni is still alive. Pat holding there. HP wise, it is neck and neck, but in this case, Lozi has a gun had a gun advantage. Pat being handled by ASD as well as Elmiri. But Pat has Kitsune behind them, who takes a hit so that they can take out Elmiri. Now we have ASD arriving. Object 3 not looking too healthy. Appa slowly but surely losing quite a bit of HP. Lots of low HP targets. Object 3 goes down, but so does hypnotizing. God has to be careful. Bobby goes down. ASD goes down. Playmate goes down. And now it's just Jennifer. And Jennifer goes down. And the game is for Losi. Well done. And this is kind of where I feel that Appa was too aggressive. And Losi absorbed it too well. And it worked out. Well done. Focus fire on point, keeping their tanks alive for just long enough. Losi fighting back. And we are getting ready to go to Naval Frontier. Again though, potential match point for Appa. That will be the case for every other game that we see. Naval Frontier makes for interesting fights. You can either play it patiently or go full wolf back. And I'm really curious to see what Appa will do right now. When it's not so much the pressure on them. The pressure is now definitely on Losi. But since they only need one win, they could potentially afford to go full wolf back and see what happens. They're getting ready for whatever it is they will be doing. With 3 AMX 54s, 2 215Bs, an AMX 50B, and a Hori. No fast tanks for Appa this time around. Whereas on Losi's side, we see 2 AMX 54s, 2 E50Ms, a 215B, a Chieftain, and an LT for Kitsune. And there we go, Punisher. Just unreadying and readying up again. Whew. It is close. And they're all giving it all they got. The thing is that with Appa playing hyper aggressive last game, it didn't work out for them. They could try that again, but if Losi is as prepared for that as they were last game, then it might basically slowly but surely whittle away Appa's advantage in score. Let's see. Appa heading towards the middle. We see Kitsune doing the same thing on the other side. Blind shots happening. Both sides, but no one got hit for it. Kitsune spotting Uni. And there, immediately we see blind shots happening. ASD crossing over. As is Jennifer. Postov Lady might be in danger there. They both take a hit. Pat has to be careful. Uni now heading towards base A. And we have Kitsune going for a base C cap. But this is tricky. They have to be careful not to get farmed by Uni up top. Hypnotizing has been spotted. Base A is getting capped. I'm not sure. Yes, he can decap him. He does take a hit for it in turn. But he does decap that base. C in the meantime has been capped. Jennifer is being set upon in the middle by Pat and Postravleni. Base B is not quite getting capped. That's not the goal here. But Postravleni is in danger now. We're entering a very brawly game. Postravleni is not looking too healthy. Is going to go down if he's not careful. And he does go down. Base A is getting stolen. God is going after Uni, but takes a hit for it. Base B is getting capped. Jennifer is still alive. Pat not looking too healthy. Now a baby potato there. Can he take out Yennefer? No, he's not focusing on Yennefer. He's focusing on object 3 there. Yennefer is still alive, if barely. Playmaker now being focused on the other. So many mini battles going on. Bobby is going to arrive very soon to help out Uni. A and C are both capped. Bobby is moving in. Yennefer finally goes down, but it took forever. They want to take out God. Bobby is almost out of a clip. They need to take out Uni. ASD goes down. God goes down. Baby Potato has to take out Uni. He kind of has to, and he does not. Hypnotizing is there though. Base B is being stolen. Pat pushing against object 3. Uni still alive if barely. Hypnotizing, being careful. Takes out Uni though. It is 5 versus 3. Object 3 goes down, and immediately on the other side we have Playmaker and Elmiri left with very little HP. 920 points for Losi right now. Playmaker going for the base cap into the bush. Being careful. But they're already 940 points. Hypnotizing, running around the back. Blind shots happening. They're content to wait. There is no chance for Appa to win this game. All they need to do is just survive. Hypnotizing does not go down. Playmaker survives. They will survive. But Losi has the game, making it 4-3. Holy crap. Well played. This, I'm not sure why Yennefer turned kind of like back to deal with the two AMXs in the middle. But this Losi responded well. And now, again, potential match point for Appa. That's going to stay the case every game. But Losi is slowly inching forwards to forcing a tiebreaker here. If they can do this again. Appa now ready with 2 E50Ms, 2 215Bs, a Chieftain and 2 AMX 54s. Let's see. Losi getting ready with 3 AMX 54s, a Chieftain, an E50M, a 215B, and an LT if they ready up as they are right now. "37 seconds left to go. And there we go. 3 AMX 54s, 2 E50Ms, a Chieftain MK6, and an LT for Losi. God, I've got a knot in my stomach and I'm not even playing, but I'm just like, oh my god. I love it though, I really do. And let's see. Into the 8th game in this best of 9. Can Losi make it to a tiebreaker here? Da, da, da. Also, I like how both these teams are sporting their team avatar or clan logo avatar thing. The tension is real though, like honestly. And now we see blind shots happening. No one is there to actually get shot though. Kitsune heading towards the middle. Again, not going to the typical position, so he doesn't get shot. Pat Oh, Bobby losing a whole lot of HP, even getting tracked there. Postrovleni losing some HP for it as well. Now we're hypnotizing, being very forwards. This could be very, very tricky. They have the gun advantage here. But it's dangerous what they're doing here. Yennefer is turning around. Shots are being fired as the E50Ms turn around. Yennefer losing a bit of HP. No bases have been kept right now. God is turning around, does take a hit for that big one. Base C is being stolen. ASD loses a bit more HP. And now we have the Object 3 going after base A. Not so much to cap the base, but to farm. And they get out of there. But with base A also being capped, the pressure is on Lozi. And it already is on Lozi. Now we have Lozi responding. Pat heading towards base C. They can't let the advantage get that far ahead. Bobby holding, losing more HP. That is very tricky. Yennefer taking a hit. Bobby taking another hit. He can't really angle any other way that he's at right now. Ooh, that did not go in though. C has been stolen. Hypnotizing. He's in a tricky position. Bobby Fischer goes down. Appa still has the point advantage. Lozi will have to do more than this. Base B is now being kept. No one from Lozi is there to decap it. And they have to be careful because Appa is still very, very dangerous. Now we have Pat moving in. Playmaker takes a hit, but so does Pat. And now we have Uni. Ooh, this could be tricky. Uni going after Hypnotizing, but Hypnotizing is not alone. Has friends. Sandbags have been activated. Uni losing more HP. Yennefer going after Baby Potato. Elmiri managing to not get hit for that. Postrovleni in danger. So is Pat. They're going after Object 3. Object 3 is pulling back. We see lots of crossfire happening. Base A is being stolen. Or not quite. They're not focusing on that. Base B is being taken now as well. Postrovleni, very low on HP, gets taken out. Pat is still alive. But Yennefer goes down. So does Object 3. 610 points versus 560. Kitsune moves in, going after Uni. Uni goes down. It is 6 versus 3. 6 versus 5, but still. Playmaker has plenty of HP left, and now they both fight, which allows ASD to be taken out. Playmaker goes down. And it is just Elmiri here. And Lozi brings it back to a tiebreaker, guys. Holy. Wow. Played by Lozi here. It looked a bit uncertain from Appa, if I'm honest. But I don't know. It seems that Lozi is definitely making a comeback here. And now, basically, we go to the tiebreaker. We're going to go to Lagoon. And everything will be depending on that. Lagoon, map with 3 bases. 2 very different sides to the battlefield. It can be a tricky map to play on, but especially for tours, a lot depends on who you meet where, and if you can get that base advantage. I'm really curious to see what side of these, what side of this map these teams will focus on. Wow, we're getting a tiebreaker, guys. Honestly, fantastic. Like, I'm always happy when a grand final isn't a walkover, but to actually get a tiebreak is relatively rare-ish. So this is exciting stuff. APA now ready with a Super Conqueror, 3 215Bs, an E50M, and 2 AMX 54s. And on Losi's side, we see 2 AMX 54s, an LT, of course, for Kitsune, a Super Conqueror, 2 215Bs, and a Chieftain. Relatively similar but different lineups. Everything depends on this game. Everything. Like, whoever wins this game is the grand champion of the Blitz Masters Legends 1. Let's see. Here we go. Whew. These are the matchups we do it for, honestly. And yes, again, I hate that not both teams can win. Can you imagine though, if this became a draw, what would happen then? Appa focusing on the A and B side. Losi doing the same thing. We have Bobby and Kitsune both going to a spotting position. They're not necessarily there to do anything, they just want to see people cross over. So then they know which side people are at. Kitsune is in potential danger though. We see a crossfire line happening from Bobby, but no one is spotted. Now we have base B getting capped. Baby Potato, oof, taking a hit for it. But he is kind of in a position where he could potentially decamp base B. God also getting spotted. Nice decap there. Kitsune still hiding in the bush. And Yennefer is pulling away from the base. Cheeky shot into Uni as well. And now we have Appa pushing a little bit towards base A. Blind shots happening there. I wonder if they notice those. More blind shots happening. ASD has been spotted, so has Uni. So has Playmaker. God moving it out of there. Kitsune running around. Playmaker taking a hit. And now we have the 215Bs have been spotted. There are 4 tanks coming at them though. And that could be dangerous. Pat and God are relocating to help with that. ASD taking a hit. And the 215Bs are cornered here. But not all is lost. Postovleni has been spotted. They are holding. Now we have Kitsune driving around. Not even going to go for the base. None of this is about the base points. I'm literally nauseous right now from all the tension. Postovleni takes a hit. They are careful. Appa is moving in. They're moving in. They're going for it. They're getting in each other's way. Hypnotizing is the preferred target. It is going to be the first one that is gone. And Losi seems lost. Hypnotizing goes down. Bobby Fischer is the preferred target here. Punisher. Appa lost a whole lot of HP for that, but they kept 2 guns. Kitsune loses a whole lot of HP there. Uni is being focused on. Appa has the gun advantage. Has the 3k HP advantage. But the gun advantage makes all the difference here. Baby Potato in danger, getting pushed now. We have 1v1s going on here. ASD is down. But Baby Potato is down as well. That's a 2-gun advantage still for Appa. Appa bringing it home. But this was so close. And I think the only thing that happened here is that they were allowed to push against the 215Bs in the corner. And there wasn't much Lozi could do about that. Postrovleni, oof, Bobby goes down, but there goes Postrovleni. And it is just 4 versus 3. But Kitsune does still go down. And we just have Cord and Pat. Very low on HP. Object 3 taking out Gold. And now Pat is the last one left alive. Taking damage from his teammates' turret. That is just unfair. He's actually murdered by the turret from Gold. What is this? Aw. I'm sorry for laughing, but that is... I mean, he wouldn't have survived this. But still, that is one way to go, let's say. So close, though. And very well played by Appa. Massive congratulations to Appa for winning the Blitz Masters Legends 1. And also commiserations to Lozi for being close. It was so close. But well played by both teams. These matches have been absolutely phenomenal. And such a joy to watch and spectate and commentate on. Like literally, these matches, all 9 of them, took 55 minutes, well 54 minutes. With some waiting time in between, of course. But those are some very lengthy matches. Absolutely awesome. So, again, congratulations to Appa for taking it home. Also, let's not forget, congratulations to Lozi for getting 2nd place and QQ for getting 3rd place. Because that's still something that is epic. You don't get here that easily. Even if you miss the final win there. That's something to be proud of. We've seen some bloody awesome matches in the last couple of days. And I've been so happy to stream this because honestly I wouldn't have wanted to miss this. So yes, like I said though, massive congratulations to Appa for winning the Blitz Masters Legends 1. I do not even have to use any replays anymore. We're already past the time that the timers have stopped. Like, time is stopped by the time you hear this 5 minutes ago. So that's it for tonight. That's it for this tour season. Until we reach Blitz Masters Legends 2, which should be starting somewhere in November. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This has been an absolute joy. Thank you to the teams for the massively epic games that we've been seeing. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Agassi, for minding the chat for me so much and running the giveaways earlier on. And that's going to be it for me. So I wish you all a very lovely evening. And I will see you all in November for the next set of tours. Have a lovely evening. Bye.